What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dabrensky here, and I am back from my Christmas break. I needed some time to recharge the batteries. Hope everybody on this channel had a fantastic holidays, got to spend some time with your family, loved ones, etc., and all of that good stuff over the Christmas holidays. Now, with that being said, today's video, I want to talk about the 5 things that I dislike, really don't like, or hate about Diablo 4. It's very interesting because a lot of the feedback that I received about anything related to Diablo 4 on my channel has been kind of split into 3 groups. Players that are optimistic and looking forward to the game, players that are cautiously optimistic and are going to wait to see other people play it before they consider purchasing it, and then a third just hates the game and everything about it. So maybe this video I'll clarify a lot of the things that I don't actually like about the game and maybe find some common ground with people that are cautiously optimistic about playing Diablo 4. With that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoy this video. Let's jump in. So the first thing that I really genuinely hate about Diablo 4 is how much Blizzard is leaning into FOMO with the different editions of the game that they're offering to purchase. So there's actually 3 different iterations: the Standard Edition, Digital Deluxe Edition, and Ultimate Edition. Now don't get me wrong, I think that the $70 price tag for a AAA title that has been in development for years, and again that is Canadian pricing by the way, I feel like that is justified. Blizzard has probably spent hundreds of millions of dollars developing Diablo 4. They're committing to updating it with new content. I feel like that's a fair price. People might argue otherwise, but where I really disagree, kind of slash hate, is how they're using FOMO to sell up to 4 days early access of Diablo 4, Temptation Mount, Hellborn, Carapace, Mount Armor, Premium Season Battle Pass, Accelerated Season Battle Pass perks, Wings of the Creator emote in the Digital Deluxe Edition and Ultimate Edition for an extra $20 or $30. There's going to be a ton of people that are really hyped to play Diablo 4 that are probably going to get sucked into paying another $20 or $30 to have access to play the game 4 days early with their friends. Now, I'm kind of a realist here. With the first 4 days, I'm assuming are probably going to be pretty rough server-wise, so whether or not you want to spend that extra $20 or $30, I don't know, that's up to you, but I really feel like kind of leaning into that fear of missing out is not very genuine in my opinion. I do actually think that the core game is good. Why not just kind of bank on players enjoying the core game and then wanting to support it and going to an optional cosmetics tab to purchase whatever they want when they want, and not spending an extra $20 or $30 because they fear that they're going to miss out on some new perk. I just don't really like it and I actually kind of hate it, to be honest. So I want to talk about the Battle Pass and the additional perks from purchasing a Battle Pass next. So this is kind of tying into the first point. I'm not a big fan. I don't absolutely hate the Battle Pass, but I definitely and genuinely don't like it. Now, they have committed in previous blog posts stating that all of the gameplay content will be available for free.
So even if you don't spend the $10 to purchase the Premium Battle Pass, you'll still get some minor cosmetics and a few like gameplay boosts that you'll be able to earn during the course of that experience.
All of the seasonal content is completely free and it's not attached to the Battle Pass itself.
So you're not losing out on potential gameplay content if you don't purchase the Battle Pass. There's just specific unique cosmetics that will be available if you choose to purchase the Battle Pass. The seasonal Battle Pass perks, they did list one example of bonus experience. That will be available to everybody, so whether or not you choose to purchase or not purchase the Battle Pass, you will still gain access to those perks. I'm not a big fan of the perks in general. I think it's weird just getting extra experience bonus to level characters faster, so you can get a second or third or fourth character up to a higher level faster. I don't really like that, or the skipping content that's been seen as well, be able to skip a tier or whatever. I don't like that in general, but at least it's available to everybody and it's not locked behind a paywall. But I still think that they're sort of preying on that fear of missing out. There's really cool cosmetic that's only available to people if they choose to purchase the Battle Pass. Again, sort of similar to if you purchase the Digital Deluxe Edition, you get an extra 4 days to play the game ahead of everybody else. I don't like the preying on fear of missing out to purchase something. Just make it so that if people want to purchase that cosmetic skin, they can go to the shop and they get whatever they want to. Just don't prey on FOMO. I don't like it. So I want to talk about trading next, and this is definitely by far the most divisive issue for the D2 community, at least when it comes to Diablo 4. Now, if I had to pick a side, I would prefer unrestricted trading. That would be my ideal goal. Unrestricted trading with no bots, no real money trading websites, no external websites like D2JSP using Forum Gold. That would be ideal. But we don't live in an ideal world, and a lot of those issues like real money trading sites, botting, external forms of trade will all come with completely unrestricted trading. So that's definitely a downside to it, but I personally don't like the approach that they're taking of restricted trading. Now, it's not a deal breaker for me, and again, I'm not oblivious to the fact of the issues of trying to combat bots and real money trading websites, but it's definitely not something that I like. And I think that a lot of people get that confused. When I say it's not a deal breaker, I think they read from that I'm for like restricted trading, when that's not the case. I would prefer completely unrestricted trading, but it's also not a deal breaker for me. But overall, in general, the approach that they're taking for trade, I genuinely am not a big fan of. The next topic that I want to talk about is the lack of dynamic and engaging boss fights. So overall, the gameplay of Diablo 4, as you're progressing, it feels fine to me. It actually feels really tight. It's slower based combat, not quite as fast and intense as PoE, but the boss fights, in my opinion, are not very dynamic, and they're a little bit lacking in that department. Now, I have been told that this can change, like it can be tweaked, but the world boss events and the campaign bosses, they just don't feel very dynamic. So a really good comparison, in my opinion, is some of the world bosses from Last Epoch. That's another great ARPG game where the boss fights are very quick, dynamic, you're dodging attacks to make sure that you just don't get smoked or one-shotted. I really like those types of boss fights where I feel like they're sort of just slow meat shields sucking up damage in Diablo 4. So again, that's another thing that I'm not a big fan of, is the lack of dynamic boss fights in Diablo 4. And the final gripe that I have about Diablo 4 is the lack of an actual game copy with the Collector's Edition bundle that you can purchase. Now, the Collector's Edition is pretty cool. I mean, there's a map, a lot of, like, there's cool candles and mouse pads. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff within the actual Collector's Edition. But I feel like any other game that I can think of that's like come out recently or is coming out, like these collector's editions, they usually include a copy of the game. You have to like read through it and see that there isn't a copy of the game, and people that are purchasing that might be expecting one. Like, I know that their defense was it's an add-on to purchasing the game, but I just don't see why they didn't include a game copy. It's a very small thing, something that I guess genuinely don't like. I don't kind of like hate about it, but just don't like the fact that the actual expensive collector's edition doesn't include a game copy of Diablo 4. With that being said, guys, that wraps up my video of the 5 current things that I dislike, really don't like, and hate about Diablo 4. So it should give you an overall picture of everything from my review video, the dev interview, and this video of what I like and genuinely don't like about Diablo 4. So if you're still on the fence about purchasing the game, definitely wait till it launches, check out some streamers, some review videos, and then you can decide whether or not you want to play Diablo 4. If you don't, you have D2 and other games you want to play, you don't have to purchase it. But that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you guys agree, disagree, you think I missed anything, you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on my next video or live stream. Peace out.